So what can employers do to attract and retain exceptional people? I can tell you with confidence, if you do these things, you will attract and retain exceptional people. I know many companies that do, and they actually have a pipeline of people waiting out the door to join their company. First, define your company mission and values related to making a positive contribution, and post those values, right, and that mission throughout the office and communicate it regularly in meetings and at work. I have one company that actually painted the values, right, on the walls of the offices. And so it's kind of cool when I go in there. It's like, I'm like, integrity, creativity, innovation. We do what we say we're going to do. I mean, it's just, the values actually like come alive in this organization. And you just have to know that when the employees go into meetings together, that they're walking by these values, they're living these values, they're being honest, they're being upfront, right? They're having integrity, and they're doing what they're saying they're going to do, because these values are alive on the walls. And it's interesting, research by Microsoft found that 88% of millennials said that defined values in a mission, 88%, draws them into a company. So if you have a defined mission and values, they're looking for that. They're going to be looking for it on your website. They're also going to be looking for it in the interview. They're going to be looking for it in the office and how you behave. So keep that in mind. And that they say that, you know, when they believe in your mission and vision, it ties them in and they'll stay. Second, create a positive culture. The idea of a culture of caring encompasses many things. Leaders caring about employees, employees caring about each other and the customers, and everyone in the company caring about the company's purpose. Culture impacts the bottom line. It impacts employee engagement, which in turn affects absenteeism, retention, and productivity. It also impacts the customer experience, which impacts sales, revenue, and profit. Imagine having your employees wake up every day looking forward to come to work. They enjoy the challenges, their colleagues, and the atmosphere. It's fun to be there. It's enjoyable. I know 2 exceptional employees that love their job, and they're so good at it. No one wants them to go. But they're 80 years old. I asked them, when are you going to retire? And they say, why would I want to retire? I love coming into work every day. So how do you create a culture like that? You care about the employee and their experience. Now, this is new, okay? For a lot of organizations, this idea of caring about the employee experience is kind of cutting edge, right? But that's where we're going, because that's where, like I said, you're going to have higher productivity, happier people, and they'll stay. So does your culture appreciate employees? Do you treat them with respect, solicit feedback, listen and implement employees' ideas? Employees want to be asked their opinion. They want to have a voice. What does it look like when you have a positive culture? You see smiles, laughing, employees are energized, there's open communication, there's no hidden agenda, new ideas are welcomed, embraced, implemented, people are not afraid to speak their minds, there's a strong sense of respect among coworkers, friendships are made, employees are eager to help each other. There's low turnover, and there's that line out the door of people who want to join your company. It's beautiful, wonderful to see. 3, lead with kindness and care. Now, people ask, is it better to be a nice boss or a tough boss that drives for results? Well, the latter brings stress and turnover. Harvard research shows that leaders who project warmth, even before establishing their competence, are more effective than those that lead with skill and toughness. The reason is trust. Employees feel great trust with someone who's kind. Research indicates that employees who feel cared about provide higher productivity, better customer service, are more cooperative and helpful team members. Employers who feel cared about. It's a really important point. Leaders tell me, Eileen, I don't have to care about them. I gave them the job, we're paying them. But if you care about your employees, right, they will produce higher productivity, better service, right? More cooperation and teamwork, better results. Interesting. Number 4, provide an atmosphere of development and mentoring. It starts with a conversation with your employee about their career interests and growth. Your employee may be interested in keeping up with technology, systems, and processes related to their work, or learning new developments in the field. Employee development can be improving existing skills or learning new ones with skill-based training. increased duties and responsibilities, maybe new job assignments or job rotation. And also having a mentor in the organization is another reason employees love to come and stay. 5, value the employee experience. Everybody wants to feel valued, appreciated, and recognized. People want to be empowered, enabled, and have the resources and tools they need. Provide adequate technology. We talked about this earlier, just kind of having that up-to-date hardware, software, and automated systems. So now, how are you doing? How is your organization doing at attracting and retaining top talent? Do you have a positive culture? To find out how you're doing, just look at your time to fill an open position, right? How many people are waiting to join? How many exceptional people are waiting to join your organization? Look at your attrition rate, right? The turnover, and ask your employees. Actually go out and have conversations with your employees. Say, how do you like it here? How do you like your job? How do you like the company? How would you define the culture? Conduct stay interviews. Love stay interviews. This is with your top performers, right? Your exceptional top talent. Bring them in and ask them why they're staying, right? What do they like about the company, the culture? What's making them stay? Your top talent. Do more of that, perhaps. You could send out an employee survey. Employee engagement surveys are great ways. When people are really looking at what can we do to change our culture or what is the state of our current culture, they ask the employees, describe the culture. What's it like for you? Get that feedback from those surveys and then take action on that feedback. Conduct and act on exit interviews. I can't tell you how many companies do exit interviews and they go in a file, right? Never to be seen. And so ask people, what can we do better as they go, and do something about it. There's a wonderful article called 50 Signs Your Company Has a Desirable Culture. I love this article. If you click the resource tab below the player, you have a link to this article. And you can look at, there's 50 things you can find if you have a positive culture. Do we have those in our organization? It's kind of neat to look at. In summary, the workplace and workforce today is moving forward in a positive direction, one of caring for people, the environment, and the world. My overarching message for today is one of love and compassion. It may seem strange to talk about that in business because we didn't talk about it 25 years ago, but we talk about it today because this workforce talks about it and seeks it. I can say with confidence, based on many years of consulting and research data, that when you have an organization with a mission and values tied to the greater good, with a high-performing culture that values people as human beings, and a manager who cares about your happiness, your success, your career, and your life, you can't imagine working anyplace else. Employees don't leave companies like that. As employers, you can attract and retain exceptional people. Implement a few of these principles that we've talked about today, and you will see a difference.